Alright guys, welcome back to the vlog. So one thing that I've been battling with this whole week after coming back from Colorado is pretty much, well, I guess two things that I've been battling with is whether or not I wanted a drone or whether I needed a new GoPro. Now, the GoPro that I have was a gift, and thank you very much to my cousin for that gift. Honestly, it was more than I can ever ask for. Looking onto their site the other day, and I noticed that they have a deal for the Gopro Hero9 where it's $350 if you get their subscription. So the GoPro ends up being like $300, and then their subscription is another $50. So you get it for $350. It's like $100 off. So as you guys can see, it is $299 with the subscription. You get it with, well, with the subscription you get it with, it comes up to $349, and you get a free SD card. So I'm gonna go ahead and just buy it on my phone. Place order. That's it. Let's do it. So now, with that being said, in about 2 days I will be getting that GoPro. So I'll see you guys when I get them. Let's go. You guys know what time it is. It is another unboxing video here today. So welcome guys. Today we have the new GoPro. So we're going to go ahead and get this opened, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys just exactly what is inside and some of the specs. This is not going to be a test video. This is going to be a strict unboxing. So I'm going to go ahead and get this opened up for you guys, and then hopefully within a couple of days I can test this bad boy out, and then we can get it running for you guys, and you guys can see compared to my GoPro 5 how it runs. Now, it is going to be a big difference from the GoPro 5. So for those of you guys who are watching because you have a GoPro 8, I wouldn't be able to suggest whether or not to upgrade, but hopefully this video does help out and you get to see some of the cool new features that come with the GoPro. So what do we have inside? We have some pockets of air. My favorite. I actually like to pop these, so I'm going to go ahead and put those aside. And we have the GoPro itself, and we have a micro SD card. Now the micro SD card does come for free when you buy a new GoPro, so this is pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and show that, see if you guys can see that without any glare, but it is a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. So this is the camera itself. It comes wrapped in this little plastic, so let's go ahead and get this opened up. Wow, have the knife right here. We've just done that. I don't think I'll be needing this anymore, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. But there's that. We're going to go ahead and put that away. Now, one thing off the bat that I will tell you guys, this does come in a carrier case already. So before, it didn't come in this carrier case. Before, it came like in a plastic casing. So it would be like up to like here, and then this would be glass, and you would see the camera at the top there. So GoPro decided to do away with that, and this time they're just giving you a case so you can go ahead and carry it. Right off the bat, you can also see one of the big differences between the other GoPros and this one, and that is that front-facing camera. So this GoPro 9 now has a front-facing camera that you can use to kind of set up your shots. For those of you guys who are familiar with GoPro, none of the other ones have a front-facing camera, so you can't really see what you're filming. And because it does tend to be like wide angle, or sometimes it's not as linear as you would like it to be, sometimes you don't really get what you want to capture, so it ends up throwing off your shots, or you end up getting footage that you don't really want to use. So this is going to be a huge game changer. It's going to help you out. Another big feature is going to be the 20 megapixels. So that's huge. I think that's a huge upgrade from the last ones. I think the last ones are running like 12 megapixel sensors. So a 20 megapixel jump is going to make sure that some of those pictures you're taking on GoPro or on your GoPro, if you were used to taking pictures on your GoPro, are going to be looking real crisp. We're now able to shoot in 5K up to 30 frames per second, so that's pretty cool. And then we also have 4K at 60 frame rates per second. My GoPro, which is the 5, was only able to shoot up to like 30, I think, in 4K. So that's also a huge increase. You can get like 8 times slow-mo now. So that's going to be pretty cool. Obviously, we know these things are waterproof. They no longer need the casings. For those of you guys who are not familiar like me, I have a really old GoPro. Or not a really old GoPro, but yeah, mine at first, when I first had one, did require a casing, and then my cousin gifted me the GoPro 5. Thank you, Irving. Big shout out to you. And that one did not need the casing, and so now this one as well does not need the casing, and that's been standard on a lot of these newer GoPros anyways. So not gonna waste too much time on that, but you have now the ability to shoot in RAW. So for those of you guys who like to edit your pictures, and for those of you guys who like to edit your videos, and you want to make sure that you keep all the quality that you can, shooting in RAW is gonna be a great feature for you guys. So that's pretty cool. So let's just go ahead and get this bad boy opened. I'm gonna stop reading off of it, and let's go. Okay, so let's see if I can. I mean, if you're like me, you really like boxes, so. Oh, here we go. Right at the top here has a little tab that you can pull on. But yeah, like I was saying, if you're like me, you really like to keep your boxes so that if for any reason you have to return the item, you can put it back in its box nice and clean, or I don't know, maybe you gift it away to somebody, and you know, it'd be nice to have that box. So there's that one. It's a pretty nice box, but it's not fully closed, so I probably won't be holding on to this one. So there goes that. And let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. You have the GoPro branding right at the front there, so that's pretty cool. You guys can see that right there. Very nice, very cool. This case actually does feel pretty sturdy, so it definitely is something that I will be using. I'm pretty sure for a lot of you guys, or whoever has a GoPro, you have been looking at either buying a case for it, or you end up buying one on an aftermarket, like maybe on Amazon or something like that. It's pretty cool that they're throwing that in. I mean, you're spending $450, so I mean, the least they can do is throw in a case and a free micro SD card, because that is also needed. This actually might not work too well, to be honest, because if you're going to be shooting 4K, you're probably going to run through this really quickly, but it's still nice that they added it. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy opened up. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and unzip this. Check this out. And voila, check that out. So we have the subscribe to GoPro. So that is another thing that I forgot to mention. At the moment, GoPro does have a deal or a sale where if you subscribe to GoPro, you actually get $100 off of your purchase. So for the GoPro 9, you can get it for as low as $350, or if you want like a bundle with a couple of accessories, you can get up to like $450, I think. But it comes with a battery, a monopod, and things like that. But inside the box, we have the charger. Obviously, this is your standard Type-C to USB, so that's pretty cool. Plug that into your laptop, that'll work. We have a battery. Again, like I mentioned, these come with one battery, so you're not gonna expect to have two batteries right off the bat unless you upgrade to that $450 one with the subscription, or if you pay $550 without the subscription. Actually, I think with the extra battery pack, you can't even do it without the subscription. You would have to get the subscription. So there's that battery right there. Put this right here, make it look nice. And then we have your standard mounts and clips. So we have this here, we have this one, and you can obviously just slide this into here to make sure that you are able to mount it securely. So you have your standard mounts, you have the screw, you have the slide-in mount, and then you have the clip-on mount here that you can just go ahead and add together to go ahead and mount it onto your desired platform or surface. So that's pretty cool. I'll show you guys the rig that I have on my GoPro 5. So a lot of these things obviously are standard, you know, you can get these anywhere, so you are able to kind of purchase these on Amazon and use them. I know that I had a kit for my old GoPro that came with a bunch of these, so I have a lot of those. I'm not too worried that these don't come with too many. But let's get to the important part. Let's get to the good part. What do we have here? The stickers. Obviously, love stickers. Stickers are always great. So you can always add these onto, well, I like to add them onto like my notebooks and binders and stuff. So that's pretty cool. You have the instructions on how to get this mounted and how to put it on a helmet. You also have the instructions on how to charge it and things like that. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I'm not too sure. I don't read the instructions too often. And then we have another frequently asked questions, how they can answer your questions and things like that. Putting that aside, is there anything under this box? Nothing under the box. It's just a hollow box. They keep this cool little thing here, which I'm probably going to end up keeping so that I can put it in here and just keep it in place. Otherwise, I'm going to have this bouncing around. I don't want that. But check that bad boy out right there. The GoPro itself. Very nice. Right off the bat, you can see that front screen there. And I'll see if maybe I can face it a little better so you guys can see that right there. And then you have the lens, which is actually, well, it looks quite big, but it's actually about the same size as the one that I have here. The camera itself actually compares a lot to the one that I have. And I'm going to go ahead and unmount that right now in a second so you guys can see it. I'm not going to take that out just yet. So check that out. You have the big 9 on the side here. And yeah, let's go ahead and put this side by side with the 5. But before we do, let's go ahead and peel this off. Oh Lord, I can't get it. Let's go ahead and peel this off. And we have the GoPro 9. So I'm going to go ahead and see if this is charged up so we can go ahead and boot it up. But while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and unrig my camera down here so I can show you guys the comparison next to the GoPro 5. Let's go. Okay, so side by side, this is how they look. So I actually took off the plate for this one just so that I can charge it while I was using it. So I made sure that it didn't die. But check that size difference out. So you are looking at quite a significant size difference here. Let me see if I can show you guys on this camera. So you are looking at quite a significant size difference. The lenses look about the same size, but you can clearly see that the new 9 is much bulkier than the Hero 5 Black. And that obviously has a lot to do with the fact that this new camera needs more battery to run that front LCD screen. So because it needs more battery, it will be holding a bigger battery, and that brings me to the size comparison of the batteries. So this is the GoPro battery for the Hero 9, and this is the size of the battery for the GoPro Hero 5, 7, and 6. Now I do have an aftermarket one because I did end up buying 2 more additional batteries for this camera because it did die very often while I took it on hikes. So I always had a couple charged up so that I was able to use them while I was on my hikes and not having to kind of just lose an opportunity of filming because I had run out of battery. So I'm probably going to do the same thing with this one. With the new subscription, you do get discounts off of your orders for GoPro accessories. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty exciting. I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. I think when I ordered it initially, I wanted to take advantage of the charger with an extra battery pack, but I forgot to add it onto the order, and it just turned into a whole mess. They weren't able to cancel it. I wasn't able to adjust it, so that's okay. Now, before I forget, let's go ahead and peel this back so that you guys can hear what that sounds like. Let's go. Let's go ahead and peel this one off, front camera. And the lens. And there's that. So huge new features. Obviously you have the prongs that kind of just stick out right out of the body, so you no longer need a frame like the 5 required for you to be able to mount it to things. So this is pretty cool. Makes it less bulky, you could say, even though it's already quite bulky. You also now have this microphone drain, where apparently now when you dunk it in water, it is able to get water out of the microphone quicker so that you don't get that muffled sound. You also now have 30% more battery life. Obviously that bigger battery comes with a plus side, and the bigger frame comes with a plus side. So that longer battery, hopefully, they're saying it's 30% more. So I'm gonna hope that that's true, because like I mentioned, these do die very, very quickly, especially when you have them filming in 4K. It has Time Warp 3.0, so the newest of the Time Warp. I'm very excited to use that. I never really got to test around or mess around with the time lapse on this camera here, mainly because I didn't understand it. So hopefully this is a little easier to understand and I'm able to get the hang of that. And with that being said, you can also live stream with this one. So this is actually has a webcam mode available, so you can use the webcam mode, or you can just stream directly from the camera. Obviously it has the touchscreen on the back, and that is pretty much it for like the majority of the specs on this. Other than that, I would have to boot it up to show you guys the differences, but like I mentioned, that will have to be until next time, guys. So stick around, make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe, so that you're able to get the notifications when I release a new video. I will be updating my studio, so you won't be seeing me here anymore. I'll actually have my own studio set up in my room, so I'm very excited to show you guys that, because there is a lot that I've been doing to go ahead and make that happen, and I'm just excited to be able to share that, guys. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for supporting. If you are interested in picking up your own GoPro and you wanted to do it off of the GoPro website, like I mentioned, the subscription is there. You do get $100 off of your order. And if you didn't want to do that and you wanted to buy it full price because you're a baller like that, then that's cool with me too. But just make sure you go down into the description below and use my link on the Amazon affiliate links. Remember, guys, anything that you guys buy off of those affiliate links, it doesn't have to be what I link you to. If you wanted to just click through there and purchase things, I still get credit for that, and that would really help out the channel. So I appreciate every one of you guys that just clicks onto there. Even if you're not buying anything, thank you. But guys, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for joining me, and you guys have a great day.